guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going into my plastic surgeon's office. It's technically supposed to be a 6-month checkup, but I kind of missed that because my surgeon is in Utah and I live in Colorado. If you guys haven't been watching my channel, I go to Utah all the time. My family's there, so I'm there almost every month. That's why I did my surgery there, and if you want to know all those details, you can watch back on all the videos from the very beginning of the surgery. My nose looks totally red right now because I think I have allergies. I don't know. The things that I need to go over with him. There's a little bit of a scar that I got right here. I don't know if you guys can, yeah, you guys can see it. That was the only scar that I really got that's very noticeable. That, and when I smile, I don't know if in this lighting you'll be able to see, but it dips in here and then there's like a bump and then it kind of like dips in right here. If you guys don't already know, I had a fat transfer done at the same time as my rhinoplasty. The fat transfer, they took some fat from my leg, put it under my eyes, and it's supposed to last up to 10 years if it takes, and it does really well. But it's totally possible to inject fat and then have your body fully burn it off, especially for someone that's really thin like me, because sometimes the body's like, that doesn't belong here, because my face is already really thin. That's why I've always done filler, which I've also put all those videos up for you guys. I'm not one to keep anything a secret that I do because I always want to know what other people do. Like, if you want to fix something about yourself, do it. If not, don't do it. I just think it's great that we have options, and why not take advantage of them if you want, if it makes you feel better. And for me, it's always been my eye hollows, which you can see them right here, but they're a bit smoother than they used to be. And it makes me feel like I look more awake and less tired, because that's usually the problem, is that my hollows make me look tired. On my legs, not that big of a deal, but where they took out the fat, there is sometimes a bit of an indent. I think it's just because I didn't have a lot of fat that they could take out. But like I said, not that big of a deal. It's not like someone can look at my leg if I'm wearing shorts and be like, oh my gosh, what happened to your leg? Like, good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Let's see, the only two concerns that I've had is just this scar right here, and then when I smile right here from the fat transfer, it's like kind of like a bump.
Okay.
How do you feel about espionage?
I don't even know what that word means. I know it's something about spies.
How do you feel about it?
Spies are cool.
Are they?
I don't know. 007 was cool.
I guess so.
Yeah, it just depends on the kind of spy. It depends on if you're a good spy or a bad spy. You know, those are big differences.
Tell us what makes you fall in love.
Personality.
Okay. If you guys could see me right now, you'd be like, yeah, personality, definitely.
Duh.
What is your favorite pizza topping?
I like, let's see, if I could only have one topping, I don't know, maybe onions. Sounds so gross, but like, I either do mushrooms or olives or onions, or all three together.
What do you think about the current state of the economy?
It's not bad. I think it's fine.
If you could eat anything right now, what would it be?
I am hungry, but I could not tell you what sounds good. What about you? What would you want to eat?
Breakfast.
Well, I mean, that's kind of a given.
Eggs and bacon and
Ooh, you
toast.
know what I really want is Park City, that place that we went to, Banditos or whatever. Get that salad that I had. That salad was amazing.
Bandito
I
salad.
want something fresh, like green, fresh food.
When was the last time you pooped?
Well, I don't want to talk about that right now because I would like to go. I'm trapped in here right now.
Oh man.
And I feel a little...
I'm trapped in here with you. That's scary.
Well, I'm not gonna like explode.
Well,
I'm gonna
you
burst.
might leak.
Just, I'll be fine. I'll make it.
Thank you for the interview.
You're welcome.
I think the last time I was in here was getting my stitches out.
You're
And
from
so-
out of town, right?
Yeah.
Colorado, yeah.
Kind of my guess. I would this side. All right. So for the scar on the left, you have a little bit of wound edge inversion. You'd rather have perfectly flat than next choice be one that's like a slightly raised edge. I think in your case, just opening it up a few millimeters deep, putting some stitches in it a second time. So we could schedule that sometime in the office and just, I mean, it's not that bad a scar in all fairness. I
Yeah,
mean,
no, it's not.
you know, I'm this close to you. I do not see it.
Right.
I do not see it.
Mm.
So, I mean, it's visible at, now, one would joke, but if someone's this close to you, they're probably, you know, kind of in your personal space. So, you can do that in the office or just a little local anesthesia, just numb it up, cut it, close it, invert the heck out of it, try and get it to not be a little inverted. That'd be my first recommendation. For the right cheek, I'd probably just mark that with you right now and just put in a little bit of kind of a cortisone, like an anti-inflammatory steroid. You have to be careful because transferred body fat can be a little extra sensitive. So I just want to use a very dilute injection. So I think we just do like a couple little dots of steroid right along there.
Is it down yet?
It's a little red right there.
It's like from pushing on it.
Yeah.
You know,
Did it hurt?
I mean, the needle itself is like the Botox needle, so it's super tiny. It doesn't really like hurt per se. Like a shot would hurt more than that. But then when they injected it, like hurts. I wouldn't even call it hurting though. It's just so minimal. Like, but you feel the liquid going in more than you feel the needle. It's really not that scary. But I can definitely imagine the shot inside the nose. Like that probably hurts if you were to like pluck a hair out of your nose. So it's probably not pleasant in there. So the little bump that I had in there, it's kind of like where the scar built upward.
You ready to get more stitches on your face, or are you even going to worry about it?
I'm going to give it some time. So I'm really going to think about this scar and what I want to do with it. It would be nice to fix it because if it's not ever going to heal on its own, it would be nice. But like he said, it's not very noticeable. Like you have to be really close to my face to see it. Like I had to bring the camera like right up to my face for you guys to see that scar. So it's nice to like have it be perfect, you know, so that way people can't tell. But is it really that big of a deal? I don't know. I'll think about it for a while. Okay, so just to summarize what we went over in the appointment, they just did the cortisone shot. They only poked me twice. You can see it in that lighting. See how it's like a little bit bumped. Right now it might be slightly more swollen just because it got poked. And then I just need to massage it once or twice today to make sure that it like really gets in there. They could have done the same thing for the little bump that I have inside my nose where the incision is. But he said, honestly, it's a very small spot and it doesn't feel very good to get a shot inside your nose. So he's like, it's up to me. He's totally right. There's really no point. It's kind of annoying because if you itch inside your nose, it feels like there's something there. But is it really worth it to get a needle shoved up in your nose for that? Probably not. So in 6 to 8 weeks, I think they were saying, if I feel like it needs to go down, because they did it super diluted and very light, which I'm glad because you don't want to overdo it and end up with an indent. Because once they burn off the fat's not coming back. So we'll see where it's at in just a few weeks. If I need a little bit more, we'll come back in and do some more shots. Also then for this little scar, which like we were saying, in this distance, I really don't think that you guys can really see it. I have to bring you guys really close to be able to see that scar. It would be nice not to have a scar there because I don't want people to necessarily know that I've had a nose job, but I don't know that that gives it away. And the people that know me, I post this for all of you guys to watch, so it's obviously not that big of a deal to me for people to know. But I wouldn't want, when I'm walking around in public, strangers that don't know anything about me to necessarily be able to tell, you know, just be like, oh my gosh, she's had a nose job. That's not the goal. When you've had plastic surgery, you don't want people to look at you and be like, wow, she's had plastic surgery. I mean, maybe it is for some people, I don't know. But for me, I would rather it not be something obvious. It needs to be something that looks natural. That you can wonder, like, wow, someone looks really good. I wonder, like, I've wondered that about a lot of people. Like, their profile is so perfect or their nose is so perfect, but you just don't know unless they tell you. That's a good nose job, I feel like. But I feel like if there's scarring in certain spots, it kind of gives it away sometimes. Overall, I'm actually really happy with the results. Things aren't necessarily always going to end up exactly perfect, but for the most part, like, I'm really happy with the way that my nose turned out. I don't know if I'm going to call it perfect, but it's exactly what I would have asked for. Dan, what is your thoughts on fixing that scar or not fixing that scar?
I'd leave it alone. It doesn't look like a surgery scar. It doesn't even look like a scar for the most part, unless you get real up close, you know. But I don't think it's a big deal. But if you wanted to fix it, I'm kind of surprised that it would be such an easy thing, so maybe it'd be worth it.
It's kind of weird, the thought of having a scalpel go to my face while I'm awake. I already signed a bunch of paperwork when I was doing the surgery, agreeing to the fact that if things need to be fixed, it's going to be out of my pocket for like supplies and things. They're willing to like give their time. Sorry, it's really bumpy. It's always bumpy in the car.
Right here,
it's not something that I find to be unreasonable at all to have to pay for the supplies, anesthesia, and things like that. He's a very talented surgeon. Him giving his time is plenty. I'm sure his time is very valuable. So it's just definitely some things to consider. Like I said, could I live with it? Absolutely. Could I live with getting it fixed? Probably. But we're gonna go get some food because all I've had today is a cup of coffee, because as usual I don't wake up with enough time to do anything other than drink coffee on the road. That's the excitement for the day. We're not gonna do much else. So I think I'm just gonna end the vlog right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this whole video, and if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Also click the little bell so you know when my videos go up, and you can support my channel, and that would mean a lot to me. So thank you very much. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.